Hi guys, welcome back. This is Code with Tech, and I'm super excited to welcome you to our lesson 5. Okay, this is the fifth lesson in our free Excel class. Okay, so if you haven't yet joined our channel yet, maybe you haven't yet found yourself into our WhatsApp group chat, you can check the video description where you will see the WhatsApp group chat link there. All right, and then you can join the WhatsApp group chat where we answer questions, we discuss how we the growth of the class. Okay, and if you haven't yet subscribed to the YouTube channel, please subscribe. And today for lesson 5, we are going to be looking at function in Excel. All right, what we refer to as function in Excel. All right, function in Excel. All right, now this is our topic for lesson 5, function in Excel. So I just want to get rid of this quickly. Now when we say function in Excel, what are we talking about? Quickly, I'm just going to take few minutes to give you a rapid a quick drawdown on a theory aspect on what we call function in Excel. Function in Excel basically have to do with our pre-built formulas, all right, that help us to save time, help us to reduce error in our work. Okay, so we want to say that's it for function. Whenever you hear the word function, all right, I just want you to remember that instead of writing or terms of formula, function help you to reduce it save your time, and it have predefined formula as well. Okay, we are going to be looking at some beginners predefined formulas, and we're also going to be working with them as we go on. All right, but I want to draw our mind to a very cool case study. Assume that we have a situation that we have to calculate this cell, this cell, this cell, this cell, this cell, this cell, and this cell. Now, if we want to find the total from here all the way to here, all right, if we want to add this entire uh cells that I'm counting here, let's assume we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, now so we have 7 rather. Now in the 8th cell, we want to put the total of all of these cells that are back here. Right now, understand that mathematically in our Excel, we said that one thing we should always do is that we should always put the equal sign first before carrying out any operation. So I'm going to put the equal sign. After putting the equal sign, I'm going to come here, take the first cell, and then say plus. Take the second cell, say plus. Now what I'm doing here, I'm doing it manually, all right? And this at times becomes stressing, and even you might make some mistake while adding all of these cells, all right? Probably you might add some cell twice, or new to Excel, you might jump over some cell, all right? Now, if I use this method here, all right, and then press the tab key, it's going to give me 48. Now 48 is correct, but if you look into our formula bar here, the formula we have here is way too long. All right, so this brings us down to the understanding of what we call function in Excel. All right, this brings us down to what we call function in Excel. So whenever you hear the word function in Excel, please, I want you to understand that function helps you with those pre-built formulas in order for your work to be easy and more free of error. Now, let us try using one function here and see how function works in Excel. So the first function we're going to use here, since we were adding the value and we say doing it will be time taking, and also you might run into error. So for here, since we were calculating the total, all right, meanwhile we're adding them, right now we call the function sum, and after calling the function sum, we're going to come right here and call the function sum. All right, after calling the function sum, we put parenthesis. All right, now within the parenthesis here, all right, we want to come and take the first cell. Good. After taking the first cell, we want to use column. All right, now if I put column here and then I come and take the last cell, now what you see happening there. Now the entire range have been highlighted. Okay, the entire area that we wanted to have it have been highlighted. Now if I press the tab key, come back here, sorry, if we come here, all right, now we have a name error. There should be SUM. All right, now if we press the tab key here, now we get 48. All right, now the error we got just now was name error. Okay, if you watch our lesson 4 where we talk about some other error, we discuss error in lesson 4. So just now, instead of using SUM, we type SUN. Okay, so those are things that are very key that we take note of. All right, so we discuss error in lesson 4, and this is lesson 5, and we have started experiencing it already. Okay, so at least our mind cannot be offset when it comes to what we are learning. Now we need to understand some other things that are relating to function that are very, very important in the cardinal. Okay, now function helps us to make our work faster. All right, it helps us to make our work more clean. Okay, and it also helps to less the error in our work. Now come back here, come to think of it, the first route we use, let me come down here and put some other numbers here, and put some other numbers here. Okay, now I'm just putting some random figure here. Okay, now come to think of it, all right, assume that we didn't sum this place, and then we'll put 50 here. All right, come to think of it, if we want to use the manual way of adding this number, it will be way too intense for us. All right, now assume that we come here and put equal sign. We take the first cell, we put positive, second cell positive, following 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 cell positive. Now this become way too much. This become way too much. All right, so if I check this, it will give us 98, and 98 is correct. Okay, but now in this next place, if I say we want to use our function, all right, now up here I did it without using function. All right, up here I did it without using function. You see how long the formula is. Now if I come down here to use function, I can say equal and say SUM quickly, and say parenthesis, and come and take the first cell and put colon and take the last cell. Now I close the parenthesis, my job is done. Now the formula becomes much more shorter, and it's easier to deal with. All right, good. Now if you check here, I've added all of the value down here, and it gave me 134. And up here I'm using the manual process, and down here I'm using what we call function down here. Okay, so we will move downward and get more understanding or more insight on function in Excel. Okay, we have another mini project that we'll look at as well. So we are going to be looking at 3 different functions for this our class. All right, so I'm just going to get rid of all of the things that I put up here. I'm going to get rid of them quickly. I'm just going to get rid of them in no time. Now we're going to be looking at 3 essential functions for this our beginner class. We're going to be looking at the sum, all right, and the next we're going to be looking at the average, all right, AVG, and the next area we're going to be looking at our count. All right, we're going to be looking at the 3 functions. It's always good to put parentheses before it so that you know that you are working with function. All right, it's always good to put parentheses before it so that you know that you are working with function. Good. So I think we use the first one already, which is sum, and I want to put everything into our mini project, and then we do it together. Okay, how we apply this function. Now, so our mini project, I'm going to come here quickly. I'm just going to take any part of my Excel sheet to do this mini project. All right, I'm going to name up here and say numbers. All right, now if I say numbers up here, let me get rid of this and come up here to the first place, right? Numbers. All right, Now, after taking this place, I can highlight the entire thing, come up here, change it to numbers, but we want just a whole number. All right, we don't need any decimal place number. Okay, we don't need any decimal place number for now. So we'll come here and take number. Now we'll come to more number. Now we can reduce the decimal places to this, to 0. Good. Now here, the first row we're going to get 10, second arrow we get 20, the third we get 30, just like that, 40, 50. Okay. Now we'll work with just the 5 numbers. All right. Now the first thing we want to get in counting here, we want to get the total. Okay, we want to get a total. I will come right here and say total. All right, and down here I'll also come here and say the average. All right. Okay, and down here I'm going to come here and say count. All right, good. Now I'm going to put our total in here and put the average here and put our count here. All right, so when we talk about total, the total have to do with summing up your entire value. All right, so we want to use our function here to sum up this value. So we'll say the sum, okay, parenthesis, we take the first here column and take the last. Good, and close the parenthesis. Now if I check this, I got 150. Okay, now I want to get the average. How can we get our average? All right, to get the average, I'm going to come here again, put the equal sign the same way, and spell out the word average. Okay, now once I come here, spell out the word average and put the parenthesis again, I can take the first value and come here and come all the way for the last value. This is our last value. Now and close it. Now, so our first cell is D2 all the way to D6. All right. Now if I close this, it found the average. When we talk about average, particularly, we are talking about the means. All right, we are talking about the means of a set of numbers. Okay, we are talking about the means of a set of numbers. Those of us that are very familiar with mathematics, when we talk about the means, you already know what we are talking about. Okay, but if you don't know what I'm talking about when I say the means, you can just stick with coordinate average. All right, you can stick with that. I think that would be much more preferable for you. Okay, now the next place we want to get to count. All right, now when we talk about count, importing it, what are we talking about? At least we should have a bit of knowledge on it. All right, now let's get our count function firstly. Now we have gotten the count function, count. Now we get our first value. All right, good. After getting our first value, we come here again, put the semicolon, and come here. Now all of these things that I'm doing using the function method, all right, I'm still going to break them down for us. Okay, now if I check here, they are telling me that I'm working the total amount of value I'm working with, or amount of cells I'm working with, is just 5. Okay, now let's check it. We come here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's the total that I'm working with. So count function help us and give us clarity on how many cells we are working with. All right, the total cell we are working with is 5. We can go downward and see how best we can learn more about function in Excel. Okay, another thing I want to look at in Excel will be helping us to give us some other key value. All right, some other key value. Now whenever we are calling the column, all right, in Excel, whenever we are calling the column, all right, in Excel, when we are calling the column, we are asking Excel rather. Now let me do it right here so that we can see it. Like you see in here, whenever we are calling the column that is in between here, we are asking Excel to take the entire range of numbers that fall within the column or that row. All right, we are asking it to take the entire range of numbers that fall within the column or that row. Now what Excel going to do is going to auto fill those range of numbers or range of items or values that are in that row or that column. That's why it does for us. All right, now if we pull down and see if we can just give some other bonus, okay, other function bonus. All right, now we can come down here and say we want to get a max. All right, we can say we want to get a max, all right, which is the maximum. And also we come there, we say we want to get a minimum value. All right, so if we come here, we want to get the maximum, we just put our equal sign again and say max max. Now we can take from here and put semicolon again, put column rather, and come here, good, from D2 to D6. Now, if I run this, it's going to give me the maximum. The maximum value within the range of this number, it is what? 50. That's the maximum value. Now, if I want to range out for the minimum value, I can come here the same way, put in the equal sign, and then range out for our minimum value. All right, there's our minimum value, and come here, take it from D2 to D6. Now, so as we all know, our minimum value will be 10 because 10 is the smaller value there. Now, what are some common mistakes people usually make whenever they are using or they are working in Excel and using function? All right, now, so common mistake is more people in turn select the wrong range. When I say the wrong range, take for instance, we have been selecting from top here to here, okay? Assume that while you're doing it, you select from top here to here, all right? It became the wrong range that you selected, okay? Instead of you selecting from D2 all the way to D6, you select from D2 all the way to D7 or D8, okay? That's become the wrong range that you have selected. So your value, your results will not be accurate or precise, okay? Now, another common mistake people make is that more people normally include empty cell. Now, when you are arranging over the number using the semicolon, it is not always good to leave empty cell within the range, okay? Always make sure that no empty cell should be in the range, okay? Another common mistake people make while using the range is that they kind of mix up text with number, all right? They kind of mix up text with number, and it will give you error if you do that, okay? So guys, I want to say thank you very much for this lesson 5. Please, we have just talked a bit about function, and the function, trust me, we're going to be using them, all right? At a certain point in time, I will stop using the manual way and be using the function, okay? So if you find this lesson very, 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 very cool for yourself, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, and please invite more people. For those of us who following the lesson and you are in the WhatsApp group chat, please invite more people that have interest, okay? Invite them so that we can learn together, all right? So peace out. You can try and at least carry on some of the things we did in lesson 3, all right? You can do some formatting on it, all right? You can do some formatting, guys. You can do some formatting maybe by changing the colors, all right? Maybe by changing the color, getting some colors behind them, and changing the text color as well, all right? You can do some of those things then, okay? You can do some of those things then, maybe just to style your work a bit, all right? Just to style your work a bit. So the more you style your work, sometimes you just do crazy stuff, all right? Just to bluff, okay? You do some crazy stuff just to bluff. But one thing in Excel I want to tell you, don't try to use like 4, 5, 6 color in one spreadsheet. No way. Don't try it. You can use 2 or 3. The highest should be 3. Don't try to use 4, 5, 6, 7 colors in one work. It becomes very, very awful. It becomes very bad. You won't like to see your own work. Besides, you just won't like to see your own work, okay? So for today's lesson 5, I'm going to keep it just like this, and I hope that we learn something, okay? And guys, please subscribe and let us keep practicing Excel together. I'll see you guys in lesson 6. Thank you.